Hello and welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on Dungeons and Patterns. It's a role-playing game. We're implementing it online in Elm, and we're up to the point where we've got the notion that there are some rooms that don't have doors. There's only a few instances, but we do have them. And if that happens, we don't want to show the doors section of the display. All right, let's get over to IDE. Okay, so let me get things started up here. Let's see, I guess this one's the important one. We'll get a little web server running, and then we'll get our tests watching. Okay, we left ourselves a failing test. I hope that's a good sign. I'm terrible about remembering this. Okay, and then yes, that's our commit. Okay, we won't do that just yet. All right, let's find this test. Room with only hidden exits. I could use more information. Okay, but it'll show up. Okay, model test. All right, rooms with only hidden exits and the puzzle solved. Does that make sense? Rooms with only hidden exits and the puzzle not solved has no doors. Okay, so we got two hidden exits and the puzzle's not solved, so you don't get to see the hidden exits. All right, this one we have only hidden. Okay, we should see the doors. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so we have a room with hidden exits, room 99. A game with that room. We plug in this, and we've solved room. Room is the default room we're working on. It should have visible exits. Okay, so model has visible exits. Has any exits? All right, gosh, I'm trying to remember how we got here. I'm surprised this one passes, right? That seems a little more complicated. A room with exits has doors. Okay, that makes sense. We got a room. It's got an exit. It's not a hidden exit like it is down here. So we ought to be showing that. We ought to know we have visible exits. Okay, let's see what this, are we hard coding a false or something like that? Well, no. Okay. Has any exits? Game, get room. Current room. Get the room names. What is... All right, let's find this. Well, it's in game. Well, normally our get is calling a function and passing a couple arguments in. So I would expect a function get room names on game. Maybe I'm just missing it. Room names. Well, there's dictionary get. How is this? Okay, model has visible exits. Well, if it has any exits, that's a good sign. Oh, has any exits? Oh, the function we're calling is the exits. All right, yeah. So, let's see. Does our room have... Unknown room has hidden exits. Let's go see unknown room. Okay, so it has, I believe these are exits, right? Exits, hidden exits, way down. So exits, hidden exits. So it has no regular exits. Has hidden exits. Okay, I'm getting there. I guess I don't know why this passes. Room with only hidden exits and the puzzle's not solved has no doors. Okay, model has visible exits says false. Well, it has no visible exits because it has no exits other than this hidden exit, and we're not looking at hidden exits. Okay, so I think where we left off, if you have no exits, that's you have no regular exits, and that's all we look at. Okay, so I think that's where we are now. You have no visible exits because you have no regular exits. But the test in 153, the first test, it creates a room with a hidden exit, but we're not looking for hidden exits. And it hasn't solved the puzzle, so it shouldn't show this exit, and so it should default to whatever unknown room has, which is none. All right, so we get by with the false here. We never checked, okay? But this one, if you have any exits, well, let's do level 1. I think, do we get to use these? We can say has any exits, and then let's look at hidden exits for model. Now, I don't think this is quite right. I'm not sure on the syntax either, but all right. Room with only hidden exits and puzzle solved. Let's turn this English around a little bit. Room with only hidden exits. Does have doors if the puzzle is solved. The puzzle not solved has no doors. Okay. So, yeah, so the case here, hidden exit puzzle is solved. Okay, let me run that again. Are they both failing? Just one's failing. Okay, let's make sure it's the right one. And puzzle not solved has no doors. Okay, yeah, so here we said, okay, if you've got any doors or any hidden doors, it's fine. But we really don't want to allow this one unless the puzzle, unless the current room is solved. Okay, yeah, which we already know how to ask. Okay, so you only get to count your hidden exits if the current room is solved. So the logic for this, okay, and I'm going to put is solved first. Current room is solved with the model, and we have any exits that are hidden. Okay, so if the room has, well, this should pass. Let's start there. Okay, there we go. All right. The logic's a little complicated, I guess. Okay, so do you have visible exits? Well, if you have always visible exits, then yes, you do have visible exits. That's true, and that makes sense. What about if you've got hidden exits? Well, only if the current room is solved. And so I think I'm going to flip the logic here. Has exits and the current room is solved. Okay. I don't know. I can go back and forth on that one. All right. If you have any exits in the model or you have hidden exits, but the model is solved, then you should say you have exits. Right. Good. All right. Let's touch our to-do. Don't show exits. Okay. Let's make this a little a model has visible exits if it has always present exits or has hidden exits and the puzzle is solved. Okay, I think that's a true. A little long, but it's true. Okay, let's go down here. 21-22, 2021, number's running out. Okay. Put this down here too. Okay, and this is all part of this larger story. Okay. That looks true enough to check in. So here we'll check in with the first line of this to-do file as the message. Okay. Usually I'm lost longer. Okay. So we've done this part. So let's turn this into a positive statement. Show exits only if room has visible exits. Okay. And now I want to get to the runtime. Let's see. Can we tell in the game we have? Well, I may have to muck with things a little to force it to show it. But we can do that. Right. So in the case where the game can't load, we show the unknown room. So let's do that. Let's just force it to not load the game. So we got to find where it declares. Here's the dungeon.json. Let's just make it so it won't load. Okay. And go over here, run this. Yeah. Okay. Right. This is one of the two rooms that I know of that have no exits. I guess it's possible we could make some in the game, but in general we don't. This unknown room shows this exits.header. Well, I don't care about exits.header. That's the translation. Normally this would say doors, but that translation is in the file that we can't load. Okay. Also, we got some debug message in here too. Room set from list. Yeah, I don't know. All right, but anyway, I don't want to show this section. So I don't want to show the exits.header, and I don't know if this is coming from the door or where, but we don't really want to show that either. Okay, the other place is at the very end of the game. You've solved the last puzzle. There's no exits from that room. Well, there's a special exit, but the game is over, and so it's a different situation. All right, let's put this back. Okay, so what we see here, this is all sections of our model. So it's describing the HTML. We have a scene, which is the picture and description. And then if the dialogue has models, if the model has dialogues, we show the acting section. If it has puzzles, we show the guessing section. We unconditionally show doors. And then here's that debug text. I'm just going to take that out. Okay. And then we say, if there's an exit, if you can change levels, then show that. Okay. But this one sticks out, right? It's different. I mean, the first one I'll grant, okay, you want to always show a description of the room. That's fine. But the doors, we're saying don't do it unless it's, unless the model supports it. And we only want to show the door if it has the doors if it has visible exits. Okay. And I just changed something. I think it was doors model, right? Doors model. Okay. So let's run it correctly. Whoops. Save that. Nope. Let's go to this one. Okay, run this. All right. This one, I believe, only has doors. Yeah, so that was an example of you have to solve the first puzzle to get the doors out. This one has two doors. There's no puzzle. This one shows two doors now, but if we answer it, well, it's still got two doors, so there's no hidden doors here. Okay. let's just see it running the other. Where's that X dungeon thing? Was in main? Nope. Model. Well, was it in here? I'm losing track. Okay. Given an illegal file, so it forces the reload will force this. Okay. We get the room description, which is empty. We get the error message. There's probably better messages out there, but the door section is gone. Okay. So that's what we wanted to accomplish with that. Yeah. Okay. So let's show exits only if room has visible exits. Okay, that's good. We'll move this down. Okay. And we'll check this in. All right. Now, so that's all we wanted to do there. I guess too bad we couldn't get this done in that time. Hello, Black Tomcat. Yes, thanks. Hope you are too. All right. Well, I think dialogues. I think I'll just do that. I don't know. I keep saying I'll do it offline, and I never do. But we're gonna defer it. I think the more interesting things here: mini puzzles and deploying to the web. I kind of am holding off deploying until I'm ready to say it's basically done. It means there's probably some gaps in my understanding. There's probably no probably in it. All right. End of game. All right. Well, we've never navigated that far, but basically the end of game is you get a picture and a description and the game's over, but there's no next step. So what I want to do is add a game over button, and that means I'm going to have a game over action and a new section that only shows up on the pages that have where the game is over. Now, I don't think you can derive it from the model. All right. Keep adding stuff. All right. The current room, the rooms you've visited, the actions, the guesses, the solutions. Well, it's a characteristic of the game, so probably should be looking there more. All right. Game has a starting room, but it doesn't have a final room. Okay. So I think we're going to have to add that. I don't know. Well, at some point we're going to ask, the model wants to know, is this the final, are we in the final room? Because that's when it shows this new section. Okay, so I guess I'm not quite sure where to start, honestly, on these changes, but when I add a new field, it breaks the serialization, and I'm not so happy about that. But I don't know a better way to start. I mean, I'm coming off saying a game ought to know its final room. So let's make that happen. And theoretically, I mean, we just chase through all these errors. I don't like that particularly. Or I'm never quite trusting that's going to end well. How's that? Okay, so we added a new field. Now all the constructors are broken. All right, because they expect a final room. Okay, and in this case, default game is just going to have the one room. So let's make it room. Excuse me. And a fancier one, the make one. I wonder where this is called. Let's see if we can figure that out. Option F7. Option F7. Oh, I think I hit shift. Okay. We got a function here. We use it in the game test. Oh, in the JSON reading. Okay, well, that's probably legit. But I think what we're saying is now there's a second room name. The starting room, the final room. That should come in after here. Okay. Now the test should have these two places that don't like it. Okay. Here's game room 1. We're reading this starting room 1. Let's say the final room is room 3. Okay, and so room 3 ought to be the final room over here. Okay. And then this one, game can read without puzzle with a way down. Can read with a puzzle. Okay. Let's let's reference room 2 here. Room 2, and then we'll add final room 2. Okay, I don't know why. Not quite sure the formatting here. Okay. And I think, I mean, these tests will fail, but I think we're, whoops, we went the terminal 2. They're going to fail because of the reader, yeah. But I don't think anybody else is going to complain about make. Okay. So let's fix these failures. What's this? Okay, yeah. So here we've said it's got starting room and solutions, etc. We didn't add anything about final room. And I think we're gonna skip ahead and just make it work. Okay. There is an option that's like a hard-coded one that puts in a dummy value. We won't use that. Okay. But the rest, these are other things. So this is the only one for game. All right. And we're going to put that required value in and parse it with a string parser. So I think that should work. Yeah. Okay. So this is it's a preparatory step is what I would say. We're adding the field. Okay, so this is part of handle end of game, and we're going to add a final room field to game. Okay, and we'll take both these lines. Handle end of game, and then add final room. And we have done that. We don't use it for anything yet, but that's coming. Okay. So, the real thing is if it's a final room, it should be showing well, there's sort of a game over section, right? So my notion is we're going to show game over, and I want to make it easy for things just like we did with has exits. Okay. let's ask is end of game. Okay, so let's find model test. Okay. Is a final room if the current room matches the game's final room. Okay. All right. And then the question is, who are we asking? I think we want to ask the model again. And we can just create the game. So let's do another let. Game with final room equals, well, you can be the default game with final room. Well, let's see what our default game is. Oh, well, the final room has that room, so we don't need to, just the default game is a final room. Okay, so I think we'll skip the let, and we'll say default game. We'll pipe that to model dot is end of game and expect equal to true. Okay, and this doesn't exist, so is end of game. We're going to ask the model and get a Boolean back. Again, I don't quite know if I like that, but we have the virtue of consistency, at least. Is end of game. Needs a model. Whoops. A model equals, okay. And let's just make sure things are rolling here. Model is end of game. Model is end of game. Make failed. Oh, it didn't. I didn't expose it up here. Is end of game. And then what about over here? That should be okay. All right. Oops. Oh, it's we want to talk to the model with the game. Default model has the default game though, so that's okay. Should fail. Oops. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's say let's say when. Okay. Now we can hard code this. I mean, I don't think this proves much, but that does make it pass. Let's do the other case. Not a final room, when the current room doesn't match the final room. Okay, so let's take the default model. Let's make game be default game with final room equals room 47. And this should be false. Okay, so the default model has the default game with the final room of room. We're changing it to 47. the current room is going to be room, and so it won't match. Okay, and this test should fail. Did I delete something? What the heck? Oh, I should put another brace on there, eh? Okay. All right, test run failed. Room is not a final room. Okay, so we're just returning a constant. We're not looking at the model. That can't be good. All right, so if the model, I guess what it comes to is if current room, let's see, do we have that? Yeah, dot. Okay, so the model's current room, does that get it? Okay, it's a room name. Yes. All right. And then we have something at the current. How do we get things from the game? Well, if the current room equals the game's, is that one here? Game's final room. I'm not, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something here. Game dot final room. It's got to be model dot current room. Equals the model's game's final room. Okay. If the current room equals the final room, then we are okay. There we are. All right. Definitely easier than I thought. Okay. So what do we got to do? Add the final room field. Did we check that one in? I think we did. Yes. Okay. So this step is determine whether we're in a game ending room. Okay, and we've done that. All right, and now only display the game end of game section if in a game ending room. Okay, and the display section is, well, we'll start simple. We need a new section. So let's repeat this. Okay. Show way down. We don't want to show way down. Well, this one is end of game. And this is show end of game for model. And show end of game is new. Okay, we're going to start simple. Let's see. I guess I still have to define the header. All right, and let's I think we can do our X dungeon trick on the message. Okay. Because remember that unknown room was an end of game situation, so let's run it. Okay, we expect a new section at the bottom. Game over. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, that's something. Okay. Now, what would we really like? I think all I want is a button. What I'm thinking, I think I'd like to take you to a web page with maybe like some resources that you could look up on design patterns, and some credits. You know, my late friend, Steve Metzger, died more than 10 years ago at this point, but he and I developed this game in the first place. So I definitely want to credit him for that. So, yeah, so I think I want a button. Let's see, view. And the button can say game over, but it's the action on the button is going to be to take you to another room. Okay, so I don't even know if I have any buttons yet. I don't think. Oh, there's one. Okay. Let's change this. Okay, so I'm going to just make it a button. On click. I think I can avoid this section. Let's do that for now. And then an image. Okay. The image, well, I don't even know. I don't even want an image. I just want the text game over. I don't know. That ends the text there. I think that's... All right, and are we still in X dungeon? Yes. Okay. We'll reload. Game over. Yes, I think that's all right. He needs some styling. Let's see. So that goes up here. Right. H2 div class button. I'm going to assume it's up here. The class is game over. Right. And that won't change anything here, but we can do some styling on it. So somewhere we have a CSS file. Okay. And this was .game over. All right, and I just want to do the same thing I'm doing here. Center it. Okay, make it a block display, center the thing. Yeah, let's see what we got. Okay, now this, what do we have to do? I think I have to invalidate caches. Empty caches. Reload. Yeah. Okay. Needs some work, but it's getting there. A little more space, a little bigger file font would be good. All right. Normally we take a break about now, so let's do that. We'll take a 2-minute, maybe 3-minute break. We'll come back, and I think what we need to do is add an action to correspond to clicking this button. So the action is going to be take you to some other web page, and I don't think I've done that before, so we'll see what happens with that. So see you in 2 or 3 minutes. So the goal is click on this button, and instead of nothing happening, it opens up a particular web page. Let's see. So I'm going to say we're not using this type. And let's get things to a state and check in. Okay. I want to see everything running. Okay. And our to-do display in a game if in a game ending room. Okay. Yeah, that's a true thing. Okay, so let's push. Okay. And then Elm, I don't know how to do this. Let's Elm make button open a web page. I hope this is a numb question. It doesn't look like it. No. That stuff looks useful when we try and make it deliver. Well, let's look at our HTML functions and see what we got. I think we go all the way to the top. HTML. Well, this is more like writing your own HTML. On click and so on. Browser. No. Navigation. That sounds promising. Change the URL, but do not trigger a page load. How do we trigger the page load? Here we go. Leave the current page and load the given URL. Oh, well, that's like really easy. Okay. Is that yet another field in our game description? It is, isn't it? Okay. So we have a particular page we want to go to. We want to take that in the description, and when the command runs, we just call load the HTML browser navigation. Okay. Game. Yet another field. Ugh. Min solutions. Okay. And I guess this is final page. So we'll go through the same process. We should be getting better now, right? Final page is a string. Okay. Everybody's complaining. let's leave it empty for the start. And this is a string. So we're going to take final page, put it in before min solutions. Fix that P. Okay. What's your problem? Final should be one. Okay. Should get complaints about the game test. Cancel. Right. Game's got its own problem. Solutions. I think I missed a save. Okay, let's put the test in. Okay, so final solution is I guess we'll go a little modern here, right? We can use example.com with anything, so that's fine. Final page. All right. Okay, so we've got in our file we're looking for, this should still fail to build. Go. We need to decode it. And this is the nice thing that Elm is giving us here. Like if you omit fields and don't say what to do, it complains until you fix it. I mean, you can throw them away if you want to, but that's up to you. Okay. I believe this will all pass. Let's just change something to make sure it does fail. Yep. Whoops. This is not valid JSON. Expected string at position 112. Final page. Oh. Wait. That did fail. Okay. Oh. All right. This is not valid JSON. Room 1, comma. Oh, comma here. How did I do up here? A little better. Okay. That's more like it. All right. So to do... we want to read the final page. Well, let's just say game knows the final page to go to. Test to green. Let's push. Okay, so What's not happening is we would like the view to show that. Okay. And so basically, well, it's another message we need. Okay. So, well, we're going to put the message eventually, but okay. Yeah, I think we need something just like the others. Where's message? Okay. Yeah, so I just want a game over, and it's going to have a string that represents the URL. So let's find message test. Okay. How do I simulate this? Well, the bulk of it is checking the action, the update message. This is, now I'm puzzled. Where's this thing again? Command message is load the string. Okay, who produces command message? Well, update produces model and a command message. Okay. Well, all right. What are we expecting? I guess we're expecting something kind of like this test. Okay. Update game over. What does it do? It produces, loads the specified page. Is that enough? Okay. If you do an update game over, with some URL and a model. So it takes a message and a model, and it produces, well, it's going to, the room is going to be the same. The model, sorry, is the same. So I don't need any of these. Okay. Should equal the pair. And then this one. Okay. This, I think, produces load URL. Load URL. Browser navigation load, yes. Okay. It sometimes comes out easier than you think. All right, so I think we're saying if you do an update and you tell me game is over and this is your target URL in some model, we don't really care which one, we're just going to return the model the same, but we're going to come back with a command that says load URL. Right, now game over doesn't exist, and when I add it, things are going to get a little crazy. Okay, now anybody who looks at our types here is going to, well, they're going to be like, you don't have every case covered. Okay. So let's this, and its game over URL goes to and we just want to do load URL. Okay. Well, let's return. We need a model. Which we have model, and let's return command.none for now. Make our test fail. Why URL is not happy? Game over string. Go to new room. I don't have a parenthesis or something there. This one closes that one. Okay. Let's get a better message. Something went wrong. This value is not a function, but it was given 2 arguments. It is confusing me a lot. Okay. Not as much as me. Let's move it up. I'm kind of suspicious of that long pattern. Okay. Gotta get things lined up. It's a strict rule. Okay. I must have something about the format of all that stuff is doing it, I think. Okay, this test should fail with none. All right, I expected it equal to, well, it can't tell us the commands apparently, but we know what we want is load URL. And I may not be able to do an assertion on that, I don't know. And the load is browser navigation. Okay. Trying to use equals on functions. Oh. What did I do up here? Oh, I just looked at the model. Okay, so I don't think I've got a good way to test that. All right, let's put it in and see what goes on. Yeah, I'm just not quite thinking of a way to do it. All right, one click, go to room name. Well, we want something similar, which is, whoops, comma goes to the next line. Oh, it should format it for me, right? One click, game over, and this is model.game.final. What do we call it? Final page. Button. This is model. Okay. If I save, do you format? Yes. Okay. So I was not able to test it because it doesn't like comparing functions. I don't think I have a good low mechanism way to do that. It might be worth the experiment to figure out one. All right, let's see what happens when you run. Okay, and we got to fix dungeon first. Starting room. Final room is, I think it's called 3. It might be 3A. Yeah, just 3. And the final page, well, I'm just going to send it to my website for now. /XP Go. 23.com. Okay. We should be able to run this now. Let's make our final room be 1A. I don't want to chase through the dungeon to find it. Okay, so we'll load. Okay, and it's a game over page, so we get game over. Hopefully this goes to my website. Please, yes, okay. It takes a minute, doesn't it? All right. Cool. Final room 3. All right, now let's look at the format of that thing. Well, yeah, we'll save that for a moment. Okay, let's commit. We've got passing tests. To do, game knows the final page to go to. Yeah. The other thing we did was go to the final page on game over button being clicked. How about when the game over button is clicked, go to the final page. Okay. And that's all part of this story. Okay. Let's check in. Game over button is clicked, go to the final page. Okay. And this, let's just do some formatting. Okay, CSS. Guess I closed it. Okay, so our button, let's pick up this stuff. And again, our dungeon, we'll just make the first room be the final room. See how we like the button. Okay, tolerable. Let's I don't know, maybe some rounded edges and stuff. Let's find CSS button styling. I guess I gotta do border radius. Border radius 6, that looks like a nicer curve. Maybe we'll make it a little bigger. I always mix up margin and padding, but margin. Okay. Well, the shading and color don't do much for me. I don't know why that shading is even there. And the color, I guess we'll do background color. Let's that body, is that the same text? I think it is. Okay. We'll see if I'm confused about these two, as I often am. Let's clear the caches. Okay. What do they have here? Nothing there. Padding 20 pixels. Okay. That's my other rule. I just have to get used to doing that, is make the numbers big enough so you can tell if something's going on, and then trim it back if you think it's just too much. Okay. And I don't know. We don't have a lot of color in this. Let's add a border. That, and then the background color. Yeah, it's doesn't say click me, does it? Let's pick up a blue. I'm not quite sure the shade, and okay. That'll do for now. I don't. We have some styling to do, clearly. Even if I just match this blue, it would be a step forward. Let me do that. Okay. Let's take you. Oh, you're not going to do it? That's not it. Let's try again. Well, let's try it with the right thing in front. It takes a second to decide to put it in my screenshot folder. Oh, and this is a nice trick I just picked up in the last few months. You can define your own folder for screenshots, and then you can drag it onto the toolbar here, and you've got a folder for it. So let's get back to GIMP. You can have this separate folder for it, so all your screenshots don't clutter up your desktop. That's not it. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. What's going on over there, but let's zoom in. And we'll pick up the color. They changed this on me. Eyedrop. Four, 5, 8B, F7. 4, 5, 8B, F7. Okay. And let's make this 5. What do we got? Oh, it's at least relevant. The colors tie in over there. I think we'll keep it. Okay. I just want something to give you a clue to click. Okay. And, I'm sure we can use fancier CSS support. It was a little bit of a trick to get this applying, so who knows. Yeah, so relative to our IntelliJ, okay, format the button. We've done that. All right. Format and save this and save that. Okay. Handle button, handle end of game. Okay, so I think that's what we wanted to do there. Okay. Let's talk about this mini puzzle thing. Put you back to 3. All right. Now, most games are like what we've already seen. You go to a room, there's a description, you've got some actions you can try out, and okay, here's an example. You shake the box, nothing happens. Press the button, there's a puff of smoke. Say my name and the answer, okay? But there's some games, some rooms that have a more complicated situation. And let me find one. Well, this could be one. But I know I have some better examples. Okay, well, this is one. You've got this room, and it's got basically 3 walls full of text about some pattern and where it applies. And your goal is to name the pattern. Each one's got its own name, so you have to almost have like 3 answers. Room 1, or wall 1, wall 2, wall 3. That's a little too different. It doesn't quite fit the model. Now we can sort of do stuff, but yeah, I just don't know if it's a great match. This one, no. This one is a good one. Okay. Yeah, so you encounter a portcullis, a gate of iron bars. Just behind the bars are a bunch of metal arrows. The arrows are notify, medium length arrows get state, set state, update, and long arrows get state and update. Well, the goal of this is the arrows are magnetic, and you're going to stick them up on the gate, and it's going to look like a little, what do you call it, collaboration diagram, where you get the, you got the objects across the top, and then you used arrows to show which message is passed to which object. And so I'd like to have a game where maybe there's a picture of a portcullis behind it, but you're going to basically drag these arrows up and down and put them on the right objects. And I don't. I mean, it's sort of you're sort of rearranging the objects. I don't know. Oh, I just don't know. Like our model so far is very simple. You got a dialogue and you got an answer. This model is now you don't just have a dialogue and an answer. You have a bunch of stuff and you're trying to rearrange it. Um, hmm. Now I don't even know what the drag and drop capabilities are. In do we have to go out to JavaScript or something, or can we do it in Elm? I don't know. All right, let me find. There was another one that. Well, the candle one. Okay, there's a beam of light, and there's a candle, and there's these lenses, and your goal is to put them in the right order. So you got a red, a green, and a clear. Okay, and I think the clear one focuses the beam, and the red one filters it, and the green one does something I don't recall, but we want to let you put them in any order. Sort of like the light coming in, then put them in order, and then the candle at the target. Okay. Um, so I don't even know what the combinations are. I mean, basically, there's a combination that's right, and then there are things. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to figure out a way to specify what to say when the combination isn't right. I mean, I think I could say like red only this happens, green only that happens, clear only focus happens, red focus, red clear. Oh, the candle lights up, and you can guess the name of the pattern now. Okay, so I'm not sure there, but that's a totally different game than dragging arrows around. Okay, this one is collaboration graffiti. It's similar to the applicability graffiti. There's 3 walls. We want you to tell us 3 answers. And the others, I think, mostly are okay. I mean, any of these you could imagine. I mean, I suppose you could make the game as kind of full as you wanted, but okay, this one is sort of like the old game Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You have these robots you control, and in the boxing game they're trying to hit each other in the head, I guess. This one, depending what you do, you could press certain buttons and things move around. I'm not going to show animation at this point. We got a very simple model for graphics, so I'll leave that one. But, that leaves me with 4 or 5, maybe 6 ones. And I think I have a few blank rooms here. Like L, maybe. Yeah, I don't even know what this puzzle is. Potions. I thought we covered that one, but at any rate, you're probably supposed to try different potions in different orders or something like that. I thought there was text for this one, but whatever it is, it would be better as a game. This one, I don't know. Maybe you could make a different kind of game, but I don't want 100 games, little mini games. I want just enough to let me demonstrate the puzzle that it is. And so I think if I just did maybe 3, like maybe the graffiti ones kind of count the same, they use the same mechanism. Let's see. Boy. And it's like, how much code do you put in the game versus how much do you put in the description? I could probably write a the Elm version of analysis of all this, but I want something generic. It's like, I really want you to put things in order. Maybe there's a message if you got the wrong order and a message for the right order. That's probably all I can get out of that. And maybe that can cover both those situations. One could be horizontal, one could be vertical. All right. Or maybe I can draw the picture in a different way so it shows it vertically to match this one. All right. Well, so we'll take a 2-minute break and then we'll come back and I think we'll tackle this drag and drop situation. I don't know. Maybe it's just a rearrange. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's a rearrange and we can find some way to do that. But anyway, we'll come back in 2 minutes. We will start tackling one of these new kind of little mini games. All right, see you in a couple. Hi, welcome back. All right, so let's do some research, I guess. What we're curious is we'd like to know. We'd like to rearrange HTML elements. We'll see what that means. Okay, JavaScript. Yeah, we can do divs. No, that's kind of him rearranging them. Well, that's more. Arrange display table. No, that's. I know I've seen stuff to do this. Yeah, jQuery is draggable. Well, I don't want jQuery, but let's see what they got. Well, let's try that. How about jQuery draggable in Elm? Or maybe I should just say draggable in Elm. Okay. Import model, define a position. Okay, well, that's a possibility. Let's try to drag HTML elements. Yeah, I could swear I saw a way to do this in just pure HTML. Cursor move, position absolute, doesn't select inside. Oh, this. Oh, close. I guess I'll keep the link. Use HTML drag and drop. I'm one to restrict my browsers and stuff like that. Okay, input type equal file. Set draggable equals true. Well, this is lovely. I don't know who's got HTML5, if that's super common or not. This one didn't mention it. Class draggable. Okay, I want to drag. Keeps it inside. Now, I'd have to get it vertical. Well, I like vertical or horizontal. Let's see what's going on to make that happen. I don't think we just had simple items, right? Class equals cursor move. If you do that, you can drag the items. Okay. All right, and the other formatting was... Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. All right. We'll see where they attach those methods. Attach a drag start handler. Get everything that's a container in a box. Give each one a drag start handler. Okay, so I think we can do that. Okay, let's start playing with it. Wowzers. What's gonna make that happen? Okay, so here we do on click. Which sets up a click handler on that. So I'm imagining, is there an on drag start? That's what we're looking for, right? Okay, let's just, game over's the least likely to be touched by anything, so let's just add it. On drag start. Whatever. All right, do you know how to find this? Excuse me. No. What if I say on oh, there's my ons. On mouse on let's see where on click comes from. HTML.events. Okay. Oh, we don't have that. Okay. We do have on. Decode. I don't know where he's getting decode. JSON.decode. Decode to succeed message. Okay. Well, this tells me I can add my own on message. So let's try it. We're in view. Okay, so if I do on, drag start, and then I need another argument. Decode dot succeed message. let's do like they do. On, drag, start. Message goes to attribute message. On drag start of message is on drag start, and then JSON decodes that succeed message. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put the whole thing in a div. This is stuff on the div. This is the list. The list of things in the thing. That's the button. Let's just put some text. More text. Close this brace, closes the div. I'm going to take out this line. Okay, so I expect game over and more text. See if we can get that first. If my dungeon exits the first room. Game over, more text. Okay. Well, I think we're... can I add stuff? Can I find this thing? I can. Oh, that's helpful. Just put text. Well, how do I get attributes passed to it? I mean, I can put divs, but my goodness. All right, let's go back to this example. Make a draggable element. Okay, so I want to give it a class. Well, okay, I can do divid like that. Div class equal draggable. Okay, we'll just put it in like that. It's a div with the class draggable, and the body is a text. I can do that several times. Okay. So I should get several lines of text now. Their class is draggable, but I don't think I can drag them. Okay. And I probably want images in the end, but that's okay. We're just kind of spiking here. Okay, so I've got these draggable things. Cursor moves, positions absolutely don't select. Okay, that all sounds good. CSS, not up here, okay. This is our attempt at draggable. Drop these comments. Okay. So now if I reload hard, interesting. I got a cursor. Did they all overlap in the box? Draggable. Cursor move, position absolute, user select none. Okay, I don't know about this one. I'm going to take that out for a moment. It's trying. Ugh. I mean, that says I want to be draggable. I think the absolute position just pushed them all to be in the same start at 0, 0 or whatever. Okay, what else we got in here? Okay, we got these divs that are draggable. Now to make it draggable, we need to handle it. That's where the position's probably going to come in. And there was something else that was formatting them. Oh. Is this the right one to look at? I think this was better. Okay, let's try this. Draggable class container. Okay, so container. All right, let's let's put a container on this div. Vertical container. We don't say equals. Class vertical container. Okay. And then in the formatting, did I drop that again? There it is. Every little dimension you have to put in your game file somehow. Okay, so vertical container. How could I not? Okay. Let's just borrow this. And I assume that's... Let's try rows. I don't know what an FR is. Okay, they are being shown in separate columns. I thought selectable none would stop me from doing what I just did. Okay, I mean I can... Do I have to select the whole thing? And then I can drag it. Okay. Let's distinguish these. Okay, that they didn't do position absolute over in the HTML5 example, did they? No. Draggable attribute, true. Okay, that's a little different. Let's change that. So this is maybe I just say draggable. True. Okay, they're all different now. Ooh. That is draggable. Nothing interesting, but okay, I think we're getting there. Okay, so this is a vertical one. We put 5 rows in. Draggable true. All right, next step. I think we have to put the handlers in. Okay, whoops. Let's look at this one. You can drag the items, nothing else will happen. Yes. We need to attach a bunch of events. Like, do I really need all these? Now this part seems to me to be this is just trying to put everything attach a listener to each one. Okay, so I think we can do it directly because we're going to generate them in a loop or something anyway. Additional cues. Okay, I guess we'll try and get this dragging going. Okay, so we're going to add a listener to each item for drag start and call this method. In our code, a listener, they attach that on there. We want to attach it directly. Okay, so I guess on the div, in addition to the attribute, let's attach a drag start. On drag start. Now what does clickable do? It does the gives me on click, on drag start, and it gives me a command. I don't know what the command is here. Handle drag start. Well, it gets the event. Let's push it up into our domain. I'm just going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to say there's an on drag end. Drag end. Drag start. Oh, that's our message coming from this. And now we got to extend messages. And this is where I'm not so sure I'm on a good track. But anyway, let's go drag start. And I'm not passing any information yet. Maybe we will in the end. All right. And we get complaints down here, no doubt. Well, we should get a complaint. Yeah, the case doesn't see everything. Okay. Let's put drag start here. Okay, drag start. We're going to return a model and a command. Let's say we're not changing the model, although we probably need to. Command.none. Okay. And that should indent. Something wrong. Okay. That looks okay. That looks funny. That looks funny. Okay, what's the complaint? Value is not a function, but was given an argument. Message and model. I got stuck on this name. I got parentheses. I was expecting to see an expression next. Well, case is not exhaustive. Maybe this is too. Okay, I'm just going to put strings and see. All right. Well, we're out of time. Let me just. See if that got rid of our syntax errors. Apparently not. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. So we'll pick up there next time, which is Sunday the 28th. And we're just continue this spike on drag and drop and go from there. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and catch you Sunday or some other time in the future. Bye-bye.